Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is Judicious Fire. I'm on iOS. I'm going to be doing a Warden Challenge. Today is the 6th of 7 days in the Warden Challenge, so I have got to really kick it in gear and get myself up the leaderboard. I have yet to do my attacks today, so I am in currently rank 7. The leaderboard changes dramatically during the course of the day. I love the Warden Challenge, but I think that IGG should really reflect on how they're identifying the winners of these events. They update it about every 3 or 4 hours, certainly, but at the end of the week, the entire leaderboard just simply disappears when the event is over. And you really have no idea who won unless you were studying the leaderboard. So they should really let that display for the following week. If somebody like Shinkiro, for example, wins the Warden Challenge, he should have his name on that leaderboard for several days to come and not have it just simply disappear. So the way that they're organizing things and the timeliness of the display, I do take issue with. Currently, we have defeated 5 wardens so far. We are now on the 6th warden, and of those 6 wardens on number 6, we have done 104 million damage. So let's try to remember that number, 104 million, and then we'll compare to see if we've done any damage this next round. Mitris is doing an amazing job, 275 million. So he's 170 million ahead of me. Daniel XXL, my gosh, the disparity between first and second place only 5 million. Lore's been doing this all week. I think Lore started in number 1 on day 1 and has not lost sight of victory. Forge, amazing as always. If it's a disgusting beast that needs to be slain, you call Forge. And Shinkiro, who I just mentioned, Furax, Hannibal, Kriko, Dark Seb, the Avengers of Warden Slaying. And it's a great thing to see everybody so involved in this week's challenge. I am going to be attacking first, and then I'll tell you about my team. I bought my... Yep, I have my attack bonus. We're at 104 million damage extra. Okay, let's try to remember that. My team that I'm using, I'll go into detail later, but I'm using Beast Tamer, Pumpkin Duke, Walla Walla, Trixie Treat, Anubis, and Bogeyman. Alright. Let's go in and challenge. I want to drop everybody right on top of the Warden. So the burning plate that I have on each hero is actually able to hit the Warden. It has a radius of effect, and the Warden has to be within that radius. I want to lead with Anubis, and then the rest of the gang. Boom. Yep, lead with Anubis, throw the rest of the guys in. Okay, come on. Come on. Last time I fought, last video, my guys went out. They did not make it through the battle, the whole 3 minutes. And my homework assignment for me that I assigned to myself was to come up with a way that I could increase the survivability of my heroes and actually get them to live. It's the classic philosophical debate. Is it better to do a lot of damage over a short period of time, or is it better to do consistent lower damage over a longer period of time? I think that depends on how much damage you're doing. But with the damage that we're doing against this Oracle Warden this week, that damage is going to be low no matter what we do. We cannot directly attack this warden. We cannot move. We cannot activate our skill. So the damage is going to be in the category of, let's say, low. It would be better then to have a lengthier battle that is hopefully able to last at least a minute in order to get that low damage to cumulatively rack up the score. And if you can get the whole, come on boys, if you can get the whole 3 minutes going, then you will do well in this particular challenge against this Oracle Warden. The Oracle Warden is being harmed using the following technique. Because we cannot activate our skill, because we cannot move, because we can't even attack. We can't even scratch this guy. Because of that, we have these burning plates, that ring of fire, that orange ring that you see cascading below us. And it is just continuously cooking the warden. But we have to be able to stand up against him long enough for that cooking effect, long enough for him to be fully cooked. And so we're going a very, very defensive build. And that defensive build is hopefully going to keep that burning plate up next to his feet for the full 3 minutes. And it seems to be working very, very well. Again, I'll go into details after the battle. Come on, friends. We were at 104 million damage on the warden. Let's see how much we do with this particular run. Okay, it's over. Let's take a look at our damage. 175. Okay, so we did about 71 million damage. What can we do? $75. Okay, so let's see here. Just thinking through it, starting to formulate my ideas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make one talent switch. On my Anubis, I have a Sacred Light and a Wicked Armor. Thought I had finally gotten rid of that stinking Flame Guard that I had to be using in some of the prior days. Oh, let's see here. I'm going to eventually have to go to Sacred Light. So currently I'm going to have to go over this Wicked Armor. It's break my heart. Useless waste of resources. But in order to up my damage in this Warden challenge, I'm going to have to make this switch. Because I have to do some catching up. I'm going to put a Flame Guard on Anubis. Okay, is there anybody else we can get away with putting a Flame Guard on? How about Bogeyman? Think we can get away with putting a Flame Guard on Bogeyman? Yes, we can. Because his natural... he's not going to activate his skill, though. Let's try it. Let's try it. At 71 million damage in an attack. And that's exactly, basically, what I'll get on this next attack. I mean, none of the variables have changed. Unless I change those variables, I'm not going to get any chance at catching up in score. So I'm going to put this Flame Guard on, and I'll go into my full hero setup after this next attack. Okay, got Flame. Got Flame. Alright, very nice. Let's try Warden Challenge. Let's get a chance. Let's get the attack for whatever good it is. I think it's just like a good luck charm. Our team's straight. We didn't make any hero changes, and we only have 2 flame guards. Okay, that's very nice. Go on, challenge. We're going to start with Anubis. Then PD. I'm gonna drop in a slightly different order. I'm gonna go Anubis, Bogey, PD, and then the rest of the gang. Watch this board. Anubis, Bogey, PD, rest of the gang. You can definitely see Anubis and the company are taking a little bit more damage. Anubis and Bogey would be the 2 that we're going to keep our eyes on. And see how this Flame Guard... how this Flame Guard affects their survivability rate. Now, the good thing about putting the Flame Guard on Anubis and Bogeyman is the fact that both of them have a built-in revive that is not dependent upon them activating their skill. We can't activate our skill against this Warden. But no matter what happens, when Anubis dies, he'll come back. He'll revive 3 times. And when Bogey dies, he'll revive once. And I think we're fine. Typically, if you're not dead, if you don't see any dramatic health loss during the first minute or so, then you just continue to ride that pattern or ride that wave until the end of the challenge. Okay, so we did approximately 71 million damage last time. Let's see how the simple addition of 2 Flame Guard 9 talents, how that has adjusted our score when our time... Come on, Anubis. When our time runs out. Now, the sad thing, if we do lose Anubis one time, we're not going to lose him for good. He'll revive. But with revive in this game, the hero being attacked and killed, when that hero dies, the enemy attacking switches to another hero and starts hitting that hero. So the one that revives, the enemy or the hero that just died, will no longer be the primary target. So the attack from the Warden, the direct attack, is going to switch probably to Bogeyman if Anubis goes out. But I don't think that's going to happen. We're coming down to our last 30 seconds. This is good. You know what we can do? And it's every time I run one of these things, I say it. This is a scale. We're trying to balance survivability on one side of the scale, and then on the other side, we're trying to balance it with damage. If we have a little bit too much damage, scale is out of whack, all of a sudden the balance is broken. A little bit too much survivability, we don't get a good score. Balance is broken. At this point right now, we could actually do Flame Guard on maybe one other hero. We made it. Just no matter what, I'm not gonna press the button yet. No matter what my score is, I feel as though I've won strategically. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I love the Warden Challenge because I never know what I'm gonna get. With other game modes, I know what the result is going to be. If I run a lava, I know that with 1 minute and 12 seconds left on a clock, I'm gonna open up some lava chest. You know, and it's going to be a Here Be Monsters refresh card. But with the Warden Challenge, you know, I could be obliterated one day. I can put up a record score the next. Third day, my heroes turn to dust immediately. And it's a complete dice roll. So the win is the fact that I was able to fight for 6 minutes today against the Warden and not lose a single hero. I used up my battle changes. That's terrible. Okay, 71 million damage was done last time. And we started this battle with 175 million in total. I'm at 255. Okay, so 55 plus 25, 6, 7, 8. I did 80 million that last battle. And I did 74 million the battle before. Okay, Flame Guard put up another 6 million damage on round 2. 255 million. And you know what? That Warden, that 6th Warden, I'd have to rewind it to have to rewatch this in order to make this judgment call accurate. So I'm just going to approximate as best I can. You know, we were somewhere like 40% of the way through him. So this Warden that we're working on right now has a heck of a health pool and is going to be a real beast to take down. I'm interested in seeing how many players are able to get through this Warden in tomorrow's attack, because tomorrow's attack is the last day. Okay, so at 255, that would put us in what, 3rd? Yeah, thus far 3rd. Okay, my homework assignment is to try to cook up some more damage next time, and go for it. Okay, let's go into the... Here are the 6 heroes that I'm using and why. There's a number of heroes that you can use. There are probably heroes that are more preferred against this particular Warden, whose build and setup is a better match for what this Warden brings to the table. But I made the choice 2 days ago that I was just strictly going to make my choice of heroes based on their breakthrough level. A high breakthrough level means that the hero is going to have a big health pool. And that huge health pool is going to help to keep the hero alive. So I am making my choices this time, at this point in the week, based on breakthrough level. So my highest red breakthrough, just from left to right, we'll go in that direction, is a breakthrough level 30 Beast Tamer. I ran a Sacred Light on him to keep him alive and to lower the damage that he's going to take. I ran a Survival to give him the opportunity to heal. He's got a Burning Plate. The man is all damage. Now, the damage itself, as a thing, it's unto itself, the damage is not doing anything against the Warden. Beast Tamer's not attacking. Nobody's attacking. We can't attack. We're all frozen up inside of that entangle. But the damage is the multiplier or the formula by which the pets either heal or attack. Go to any of these pets. What they do is based on, many times, is based on the strength of the hero. So the pets are going to do a better job. And the Burning Plate that we have on all 6 heroes, and this is about the only way we can hurt this Warden, that Burning Plate is dealing 100% attack damage every second. That 100% is based on the hero's attack. In this case, it would be the sword at the top, 7,000, and the bonus of 38,000. So 45,000 damage is being done every second by Beast Tamer's Burning Plate. So the fact that he does a lot of damage helps in that regard. He's not directly attacking the Warden, but it is definitely helping that multiplier. Bublo for the heals. I mean, just look at this, man. None of these things make a huge difference in this particular Warden challenge. I'm so in love with some of these heroes. Beast Tamer's got 1.15 million health. It's unbelievable. This morning I was taking Beast out on raids. I was using Beast Tamer to raid solo. Amazing. Some of his other attributes, that's all from Breakthrough. You saw his traits. It's also from Destiny and normal upgrading process, but the majority of them from Breakthrough. Man's at the 2,000 accuracy and dodge. Next hero, because of the high breakthrough level, I put a Sacred Light on Trixie Treat. Again, with the survival, the burning plate. She's all damage. This is all the way my Trixie Treat, my Beast Tamers were all set up before for Archdemon. I'm not going to change that. But it's advantageous for this particular Warden in the effect of the pets and the burning plate. She got a mini Angie to heal. Let's take a look at her stats. Trixie Treat, she's doing 37,000 damage. She's got, 47,000 damage. She's got 1.1 million health. This is Trixie Treat from 2016. Her traits, her attributes there, and really great stuff all around, but none of it I've tried to boost or augment. It's just the natural result. Pumpkin Duke. Pumpkin Duke with the Sacred Light. I went back to the Sacred Light because Pumpkin Duke was just dying. And I like the Sacred Light because I run PD two different ways. I run Regenerate when I know he's going to be able to stack or multiply his skill when he's going really fast. That's a great thing to use. But if he's in a tough game mode and Forgotten Trials 40 to 45, and I think also the Insane 8 series, I think that it is requiring Pumpkin Duke that has a little bit more health and some damage reduction, and that's gained by the Sacred Light. So your Pumpkin Duke is not as fast. Your Pumpkin Duke is not able to step on the gas quite as quickly, but your Pumpkin Duke can drive right through a brick wall. I put Glacie on there. Glacie is a pet that attacks towers and buildings. But in the absence of towers and buildings, like in this Warden Challenge, Glacie will attack a living enemy. So Glacie is attacking the Warden. Let's take a look at PD stats. Sweet goodness, 50,000 damage. The man's over 1.1 million health. Here are his stats. None of this I've touched. He's got 3,000 dodge. He's got burning plate. It's all the same setup so far. Okay? Survival based, with the only way to attack being the burning plate ring of fire. PD's all set up for attack. Because at this point in the game where I am, and I'm not saying attack is the best thing on PD for somebody else, but at this point in the game where I am, I'm only using PD. And I'm using him daily, but I'm only using him to cook up really high scores in damage cap modes, or to run him in lava, or to do an Archdemon. And you need to have a damage dealing PD under those circumstances. I'm using Anubis. He originally had a Sacred Light because I thought he was going to die pretty quick, like Anubis did yesterday. But I was able to put a Flame Guard on him. The other one being Sacred Light. And I've always run Anubis with a Sacred Light. I think it's a great talent for him. I got Fennec Pet. I dropped Anubis first because Fennec Pet activates when under direct attack. And Anubis was the one up there in the front taking the brunt of the blow. And that meant Fennec is going to be healing all of us continuously. Anubis with the survival. Get the burning plate. Here's his traits. All attack. All attack. At this point in the game, I'm using Anubis as a support hero. And it breaks my heart to say that, but I'm using him as a support guy. Anubis will always be one of my favorites in the game. He's one of the strongest. For me, a top 5 hero. But I like the fact that he's able to nuke 100 people at a time, especially troops and guardians. And I like the fact that he gives a big attack reduction to the enemy. Walla Walla. Oh, anyways, let's take a look at his abilities. Take a look at Anubis. He's doing almost 40,000 damage. The sweet goodness, the man's at 1.2 million health. And then all this stuff. I mean, it's just he's a tricky fellow. We've got Walla Walla. while his skill isn't going to be activating, he's not going to be healing us. He's just going to stand there with that fork. Walla the chef. I don't understand the basis to these skins. Anyway, I always run him with Sacred Light, 9 times out of 10. So I just kept that going. Rudolph for the heals. Survival for an extra heal. Burning Plate. And I think I have a 3 attack going on here, and I'm going back to that. I was toying around with different builds on Walla Walla, and please don't use what you're seeing in front of you as any kind of a recommendation. I stopped partway through and I just said, you know what, I want to get this Warden Challenge going. I'll go back to this later. Great Walla might have extra health and some dodge. Walla is not necessarily somebody that I would recommend needs accuracy to any great degree, because he's not any kind of a sniper. He's a support hero. He's not going to miss healing your team. He's not going to miss doing his job as a healer. So I would go more with a dodge and try to keep him alive, or extra health. Let's take a look at his attributes. Man's doing 48,000 damage. 1.2. All this stuff. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then last but not least, we put the Flame Guard on Bogey. And he survived the entire time. Had Reapster pet. There's only 1 of 2 pets that I had that are attack pets. All the 4 other pets were all healing pets. Survival, Burning Plate, and Bada Bing, all attack. And I tell you, this breakthrough, I'm going to whisper this. This breakthrough level 30 Bogey, and I don't mean with Flame Guard, with Unholy Pact, his primary talent, you put him in Punching Box, and not with Burning Plate, something like Victory Lunge. And all that attack, maybe put a Revitalize insignia on him, get him to proc immediately. The moment he does that, 4 members of the opposing team just turn to liquid. Just a puddle of ooze on the floor. So he's a secret weapon, is what he is. So the Flame Guard worked out great on him. And you see how I was running him? Let's take a look at his damage. Man's doing 50,000 damage. He's got about 1.3 thousand health. And look at all that stuff. That's brutal. So an amazing brawler faction team was able to be put together. I'm just glad they lived. Big shout out to the Avengers of Warden Slaying, who are doing such a tremendous job. My job this week has simply been to try to keep up with you guys. I hope everybody's enjoying your clashing. Please take a look through your event tabs at the top and the sides of your screen and go through everything extra careful this week. We've been getting a lot of freebies, a lot of sign-in bonuses, a lot of castle cards to go through that give you free rewards, some of them very, very substantial. So take your time with the events, because there's a lot of free stuff in there waiting for you. All right, everybody, I'll check you later. Bye-bye.